So you saw the woman with the water going down. They gave it to another monk that was able to touch, so he was able to take that water.
We're good to go.
Yeah, okay.
Well, we got through our technical difficulty period, and we're back on. And I'm going to invite Reverend Lynn up to talk to us today on Protect Your Peace.
Well, the Walk for Peace is still happening. They started on October 26th and 25, and they plan to complete their walk in Washington, D.C. this February. And as they mentioned, it's 2,300 miles in 120 days. And their little doggie, Aloka, has been with them all along. And Aloka means light or illumination. So I thought that was rather interesting. We all probably agree that for there to be peace in the world, there must first be peace within us and all of humanity. Wouldn't it be nice if there were simple steps? I have a book. I just happen to have a book that might help us with that. I'm going to share this book with you, and it's called Protect Your Peace. 9 Unapologetic Ways for Living and Thriving in a Chaotic World. And there's a story about how I came to have this book. I didn't buy it. It's not by an author I know. But when I was ordering Christmas presents and things from Hay House, that's what they shipped me. And I thought, oh, they made a mistake. So I was going to give it back. And then I looked at the bill. Well, I already paid for it. And so I put it down. And then I picked it up and looked at it and went, oh, because I'd been searching for a subject for my talk this month. I went, okay, Spirit is so creative and just slips things into your life that they want you to do. So that's the way it is. It came in very handy. And the monks were right there on good timing to support the talk. So, hey, that's where we're at. So the author, Trent Shelton, some of you may know him. He was a pro football player. And he has many stories in this book, and I'd like to share one with you. Being that he was a pro player since 9 years old, I believe he said, and he just kept getting cut and getting cut and getting cut from every team he went to until he wasn't playing a professional ball again anymore. The dream of his entire life since young childhood was just gone, just like that almost. He even needed to move in with his parents. And then one of his closest friends died from suicide. He was having a rough time, to say the least, and he just had to find a way to do better. And he prayed and he did everything that he thinks that Spirit asked him to do. And his coaching was taking off, his public speaking was taking off, but he still felt very empty inside. After speaking in San Francisco in a big auditorium where people had come in to hear him, he went around and talked to everybody, finished what he was doing, and he went out to the back dirty alley and he broke down. He cried. He just lost it. And he's asking Spirit, I'm supposed to be better. I'm supposed to be doing better. I'm supposed to feel better. Why am I not feeling better? And as he looked up, a homeless man was looking down at him. What appeared to be a homeless man was looking down at him. And so Trent reached in his pocket and pulled out $100 bill just to make that guy feel better. And the man stood there and said, I don't want your money. I don't need your money. Don't feel sorry for me. I actually feel sorry for you. And he said, it looks like everything you have means absolutely nothing to you. It may look like I have nothing, but I have everything. I have peace. I have peace in my life that is unconditional. And my soul can always tell another soul who does not have peace. So that chance meeting in that dirty little alley in San Francisco led him to writing this book, Protect Your Peace and Protect Your Energy. So he has it all lined out step by step, which we know life doesn't act that way very much. But there's some very good pointers on how we can keep our peace peaceful. Oh, back there. It's by setting boundaries, or by setting boundaries. Do you say yes when you really want to say no? And are you saying that to make people happy and feel good, but at the expense of yourself feeling good? I know I do that sometimes. It's hard to say no when you care about somebody, but sometimes you have to say no just to protect your own peace. It doesn't do you or anybody any good to give your peace away for the sake of somebody else keeping theirs. So it's got to be peace for everybody. So listening to your body informs you of when you're giving up your peace. So set time daily to figure out what takes your energy away, what really sparks your creativity, and only let that spark and that creativity come into your energy field. Where do you spend your time? We need to disconnect often. And what are you giving your energy to? Things or people? Sharing our energy with someone or something that is meant to be in our life, that spirit brings together, our life merges and we have this beautiful energy, copacetic energy that combines to make even a better energy if they're meant to be in your life. Our life on earth isn't that long in the scheme of things. And I think we should be as happy and peaceful as possible while we're here. And we may not be able to completely change our situation, but we can change who we are in any given situation. So don't give your power away. Strive. Strive to keep the peace and the good energy inside of you so that you have enough. Demand your worth. And this was an interesting part of it that I did enjoy because everyone sees wealth differently. Money, job, car, vacation, social media clicks and likes. The list just goes on, and mostly depends on what other people think. He says, who are we if we have nothing? Who are we if we have everything? And what we have isn't who we are. So what difference does it make? We can accept ourselves the way we are and not worry so much about what others think of us. We were created with the intention of being a miracle, and we are miracles, and we are supposed to be shining our light, not comparing ourselves or striving for things that don't last, I guess is a good way to put it. A car doesn't last, or different things. We're supposed to strive and find that peace within ourselves of giving and of receiving with love. If we can look honestly at our positives and our shortcomings and own them, when we are honest about who we are, it takes the power away from what others might think of us. So strive always for peace in people and yourself, as well as situations that you have no control over. There is so much fake out there, touched up pictures, not real adventures, everything and everyone looking perfect. But they aren't perfect. It's social media. It's fun and sometimes good, but it's not real. So we can stop comparing ourselves with others. We are not touched up people. We are real people. We've made mistakes. So we need to forgive ourselves and move on and give ourselves a little bit more peace. Trusting in our own visions. We all have a vision of what we want in life. Maybe a beautiful garden or a career change. It could be your vision to retire and how you would like that to look. Maybe you want to quit your job and start a new business. It all takes vision. Your vision. You want to share your vision with supportive people, but sometimes they can't see it because it's your vision, not theirs. And as you pursue your vision, sometimes with some challenges along the way, maybe Spirit is saying, not this way, but another way. But keep moving ahead on your vision, because it's just as important to find out what you don't want and fine-tune your vision as you're moving forward. The book recommends possibly writing a short vision statement. What difference can I make? What are my values? What do I honor? To help you to fine-tune your direction of your vision. It's necessary to write them. Writing things down makes it real, I think, instead of just running it in our heads. We can write it down. It also says guard your focus. If your mind is being entertained by distractions, your soul will be entertained by distractions as well. Our world is busy, and we can all benefit from a little healthy distraction. Maybe a walk in nature or some exercise, music. They're all good distractions. But a lot of times we choose media and computer games and scrolling in our phones and just different things that don't mean anything, but they do take up time. Remember, whatever we feed our minds takes over. So don't lose touch with your vision or your life plan. Choose healthy distractions, feed your soul and your mind the highest quality of everything, high vibrational thoughts as well as actions. We have a choice in how we view every situation. And every situation we're in is because of a choice we made. So take responsibility and learn from the not so good choices, but don't forget to celebrate those joyful, wonderful, wonderful choices that you have made. It's very hard sometimes to make a decision. We worry so much about the outcome that sometimes we get stuck. And when we get stuck, it drains our energy and the worry takes over and it takes our peace. So sometimes we're looking for the perfect answer, but not everything looks perfect. So just because, and he's wrote this, and I think it's nice, it's just because the path isn't perfect doesn't mean the purpose of the path isn't perfect. I want to say that one more time. Just because the path isn't perfect doesn't mean the purpose of the path isn't perfect for you and for me. One path can take you to another path that leads somewhere so amazing that we would not even be able to imagine that. And someone I know and I care about says frequently, everything happens at the right time. And that brings me peace when I hear that. We also need to protect our soul if we can. And our souls are so deep within inside us, I don't think I know I forget to connect sometimes. So simplify happiness. You cannot buy, own, or consume happiness, but you can create a happy environment. Does something you have lack a purpose? Let it go. Does a relationship, business or personal, no longer feed both of your souls? Bless it and release it. Creativity is so important in life and so good for our souls. When we are creative, we are allowing ourselves to feel the emotions, shaking things up a little bit, and connecting with God, the ultimate creator in our world. So write things up, dance, sing, draw, cook, whatever it is you do when you're shaking something up, just do it from your soul. Have we allowed simple pleasures to just slip away? Find joy, excuse me, find joy in each new day and in the sunset each and every night and everything in between. There's always joy to find. Listen to your body. There's a little voice inside of me, and I bet most all of you have that same little voice talking to you. It always knows what's best for me. And when I listen to it, it has never let it down. It's when I forget to listen that I get let down, and that's my fault. But it always warns me, showing me the good way or warning me of potentially harmful situations or environments. We've been hearing so much lately about how our vibrations are rising, and those whose vibration is not keeping up with ours, it's going to make us feel very uncomfortable. for both. They'll feel uncomfortable trying to match us, and we're not going to lower ours to match theirs. So it becomes a very uncomfortable situation, to say the least. Paying attention to the little voice, or what your body is telling you about the vibration of people and places, is so very important in protecting your peace. Control the urge to reach for stimulation outside of yourself. Listen inside. And reach for the calm that is always there inside of us. All we need to do is tap into it. And that calm inside allows us to feel the right vibration for us. If we just take a minute and tap into it, it'll tell us what to do. And I like that. So many people today are feeling unfulfilled, is a good way to put it. They're not fulfilled in their lives. They're doing so much, and they're working, and they're raising family and their children, but they don't feel like it's enough. There's something that's missing. So what matters most to you? Family, God, career, your creative side? What they described in the book it kind of was too easy, but it makes sense. And I did it. And I'm short in some areas, but they suggest taking how much allowable time do you have in your life. So most people have maybe 14 to 16 hours when they're not sleeping, and divide that between what is most important to you, your family, your spouse, your children, your religion. What is it? Divide it up and see how many minutes you have per environment. And then when you come up a little short in an area, which I know I did, you can readjust and ask your creative side to help you adjust some time. So you take time from over here and put it over there, so that most every minute of your day is filled with the joy and the happiness and the peace that you deserve. So I like that. And it makes it time well spent. Always time well spent. I have a strong faith in our Creator that what we need for peace has already been placed inside of us. We just need to ask and to listen to our bodies, our hearts. Quiet the noise a little bit. Just quiet it a little bit every day. Close your eyes and just take a breath and go, and see what happens. Peace is there. It's there for all of us. All we have to do is recognize it. So, thank you. Now I think it's time for a little meditation. I wonder if you know what the meditation's on. So, if everybody could just relax a minute, take a breath in through your nose. And when you get to the top of that breath, just for a slight second, just pause, and then let that breath go slowly. We can do that one more time. Just breathe in and pause, stopping for a second, and then release. Now breathe in and allow your breath to carry peace to your heart. Breathe in that peace and see it wrapping your heart wrapping around your body. With every breath, peace is surrounding your heart space with gentle, warm energy. And just breathe in that warm energy of peace. Just keep breathing it in. And then it continues to expand throughout your body with every breath you take. Just imagine that beautiful peace wrapping all around that, whatever that peace means to you. Just breathe in and breathe out. Pay attention to how your body feels at this point, all filled and warm with gentle peace and love. Just breathe that in. Remember, this feeling is always with you. It's always available to you. Just breathe it in and hold it for a few minutes and take your peace back from whatever you have given it away to. If you'd like to start coming back a little bit, wiggle your toes. And those of you at home too, you can wiggle your toes. Feel better? Good. I guess it's time for our offering. Well, thank you, Shelley. For those of you at home, you can look up PayPal and do your donation there. And for those of us here, as Shelley passes the basket, as we prepare our offerings to the home center, let us hold it in our hands. Charge it up with the energy of alignment, generosity, and sacred intention. We know that we are part of the greater circulation of good and that our gifts will multiply. They will multiply for the highest healing growth and service to us and our community. As the basket is going around, fill it with your blessings, and we thank you for your generosity and for continuing to support our good works. And so it is. Now I think Miss Reverend Connie has an inspirational story for us.
I'm using this book, Pray a Word a Day, Connecting with God One World at a Time. Okay, I start again. I'm going to use this book. It's called Pray a Word a Day, Connecting with God One World at a Time. It's from the editors of Guidepost. This is day 280, and it's titled Trust. All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator, for all I have not seen. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Now for the story part of it. I'm an optimist by nature, but I struggle with worry and doubts. Certainly know that one. Will I have enough money for retirement? How will I get all my work done and still have time for family? Will my children find decent jobs and be able to live independently? If only I could be sure. Recently, we spent an afternoon as a family reviewing photographs we had taken over the past 10 years. There on the TV screen were a joyous birthday celebration, day trips, vacations, high school graduations, and so many good times. Literally more than I could remember. But something was missing. All the times I'd spent worrying. It turns out worry hadn't benefited my life one bit. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I can trust that God will be there to see me through. This was from a man named Even. And his prayer was, Lord, help me to trust not in myself, but in you. Amen. Now for our closing prayer for today. This week, whenever we find ourselves out of harmony with our inner peace, when we're doing that worry scene, let us be able to let us be able to call ourselves back to the present moment, saying to whatever the unbalanced situation is, I let it rest in the peace of God. Amen.
Do announcements.
Close off from the broadcast. Thank you all for joining us this morning on the internet. Come back again, and we bless you from our heart to yours. Have a wonderful week.
Almost.